Hi guys, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly what I did when someone I loved very much many years ago left me, how I turned the situation around to have them pursue me, want me back, and excuse me, for us to get back together. When someone we love walks out of our lives, it can feel like the worst, the most devastating blow to us in the entire world. You don't know what to do, you don't know where to turn, you don't know who to speak to. You just feel totally crushed and totally lost. When we experience this, we can act completely out of character. We can act irrationally out of fear of not ever being with that person again. We can feel absolutely traumatized by it, especially if we have experienced abandonment as a child, feeling not enough as a child. We can really then start to question our own self-worth. We even take the blame for someone else's decision to leave. The biggest thing that happens is that we start to think, what can I do to get them back? I have to have them back. They must come back. Now, I'm reminded of a time when this happened to me with a person a very, very long time ago, and I was broken. I honestly felt like my heart had been trampled on and broken into. I had basically reacted to something that was totally uncalled for, but based on who I was then, someone with a lot of insecurities then, it's something that I did. And that for this specific person was it. They had a hell of a lot going on at the time, and I was one of the pressures that they could easily release from their life. I tried reasoning with them. I tried messaging, not too much. I didn't go kind of batshit crazy messaging, but I was messaging. And I just kept thinking, I've got to have them back. What can I do? What can I say? There must be something surely that I can do and say to them. And I just got ghosted. I was beyond devastated. It took me at least a month to start to even feel slightly human again. It felt like my heart had a massive hole in it. I'd even lost weight. I was just so sad. But what I'm going to share with you and what I did to get this person to pursue me and want me back. And in the space of just a few months, I was able to turn this whole situation around where he missed me, where he pursued me, where he wanted me back. And when we actually did get back together. So stay tuned. Before I go into that, guys, I have a sale on my one-to-one coaching sessions. So to find out more about them, click the links below. But the sale is for my 30, 45, and 60-minute coaching sessions with me via Zoom until the end of the week, until the 12th of August. So check that out. And also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then please do click that subscribe button, because that does mean the world to me. And also know that I do offer a variety of other programs, self-study workshops and masterclasses, and programs where we can deep dive into those limiting beliefs, those traumas that are really holding you back and keeping you stuck. If you want to find out any more about me or my coaching solutions, then you can email me at natalie@asthepenniesdrop.com too. Okay, let's get back to the video. So as I've just explained, that was my situation. I felt hopeless to turn it around. I told myself, well, even though I am hurting, I have to move on. I have to just move on. It was time for me to disappear from his life. It was time that I stopped messaging him, stopped looking at his social media. It was time for me to stop it all. Now, I know it's not easy to do this. So if you're going through this right now, just take it an hour at a time, a day at a time, and don't beat yourself up. If you are watching this right now and you've just messaged them, do not beat yourself up. You are already in enough pain, so do not add to it. Just know that from today, things are going to change. You can do this. You can do this. It is time to back off, just as I did. It's time. It's time to control those impulses. It's time. The more you do this, the better you're going to feel about yourself. Now, at this time, it really is necessary to do this. And the reason we are in such a state about them is because we're so attached. And when we are attached, we create a lot of resistance, which means we are dependent on that other person, on how they are or not responding to us. Now, all of this comes down to like childhood traumas. So if you want to explore this in more detail, know that I offer some incredible life-changing programs and workshops designed for this as well. So again, just click the link below the video and you can check them out. And if you have any questions about them, you can just email me at natalie@asthepenniesdrop.com or just message me through my website. So when we are pulling back the contact, not only are we looking at, and not even looking at their social media, gradually we're pulling back our energy from them. And it is extremely attractive when you take your power back from the situation and them. So that is what I started to do. I started to do that. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but I had to, because I had to keep moving forwards. And that's all I knew I could do. Keep going to work, go out if I was asked to. I kept exercising as that made me feel good. I was working in London at the time, and I would walk past places every day that reminded me of this person, where we used to meet up. And it was really hard. I kept reminding myself that this was it, this was a situation. And I was more and more, I did that. I was more accepting of the situation. And of course, I still thought about him. We had so much fun together. We really did. So when I did think about him, because I was feeling better about myself, I thought about the lovely things that we did. Now, originally, when I did that, when I was getting a lot of pain, I'd cry. But as the time passed and the more I was accepting of us not being together, I could in time think about the fun that we shared and the lovely memories that we created together and feel good doing it too. So after a couple of months of the breakup, I started dating someone else, which was short-lived. It lasted just a few months. I mean, that's fine. But nevertheless, this is important because it's not the dating part that's important. So let me explain. So when I had accepted the situation for what it was, when I had started to pull back my energy, when I'd started to feel, more human again, when I started to go out and I started to have more fun, when I was able to only think about him from a happy place, enjoying those amazing memories that we shared together. And then I started dating someone else. Where do you think my energy was mostly? On that specific person or on me? Exactly. I had disappeared and I backed off so much to the extent that I was now being missed. Now, this missing was all going on behind the scenes. I had no idea. I did not know this was happening, obviously. I wasn't even aware at the time that you could even manifest things, let alone people. I didn't know anything about manifestation then. I had absolutely zero evidence also of anything happening. All I knew innocently was that I was still living my life and feeling better about me and having fun and dating again. And when I thought of him, it was just from a happy place, like I said, and that the hurt and the pain had passed. The breakup happened towards the end of July. I started dating at the beginning of October. By the end of October, completely out of the blue, I was walking home one evening from London and I was back in my hometown and I felt his presence in my hometown. Now, I just felt like he was near. It was really weird. It was a nice feeling though. It was an odd feeling, but it did feel really nice nevertheless. Now, within a few days of this happening, I received a message. I can't recall what it said, but it was from him. I don't remember exactly the ins and outs. It was so long ago. But we were then constantly messaging each other. But as you know, I was dating somebody else. He would ask to meet up with me, and I would say, I can't meet up with you. I'm dating somebody else. And over the space of 3 months from the initial message, I would constantly receive messages from him, just loving, kind messages, asking how I was and things like that. And then he was asking to see me. He was pursuing me. And in February the following year, I was single again. And by March, we were back together. Now, I really love telling this story with this person because, they're still a part of my life and we still mean a lot to each other, even though we're not in a relationship. So remember, this was a very, 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 very long time ago. And at a time in my life, I had a lot of healing that I needed to do. So this is what I did. This is exactly what I did to get him to pursue me and miss me. I stopped the contact. I stopped looking at the social media. I backed off. I pulled my energy back. I accepted the situation. Didn't mean I liked it, but I accepted it. I gradually started to live my life again, feeling more human. And as the days and months passed, I started to have fun again. I started dating. And without knowing, I had actually asked for what I desired. I was asking for what I had desired. I had accepted where I was. I had let go of the need of the desire and I put my focus and energy mainly onto me. And occasionally when I did, I would think about our past memories fondly. So I'd handed it over to the universe without realizing. So what I will add here too as well is how I got him to pursue me and miss me and think of me, and for us to actually get back together, is I also stopped contradicting the story about him. When I was in a happy place, I would only think about him fondly and hope that he was happy too. You know, this was all aligned to the desired outcome that I had asked for unknowingly then. And the living in the end wish fulfilled feeling was what I was experiencing. And also getting them back is one thing, that is a part of the process. But if we want to constantly have them, you must let go of the old story and only focus on them being what it is that you're desiring them to be. Focus on all the good that they do and how they are with you in a loving way. Now, I have a video that I will tag here, which will guide you to remain faithful to this when you have got them back, when you are back together. So I would really recommend you taking a look at that too. So if you want consistent love, this is how you do it. If you feel like you have tried everything, then as I said, just go to my links below here and know that my sale is on until the 12th of August 2022. And if in doubt about what to do, just email me and we can figure it out together. So this is how you can become the version of you that is missed, that is wanted, that is pursued, so you can get back together with your specific person. As always, guys, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back very soon.